Hey everyone, we're talking about Budgie Power Supply today. And it also includes the EP If Swallowed Do Not Induce Vomiting. This was a re-release done in 96. I would have picked it up probably not long after it first came out, actually. Definitely while I was in college, and I picked it up. Budgie's one of those bands that you discover through Metallica, thanks to Bread Fan and Crash Course in Brain Surgery. Neither of those songs are on this album. That was a mistake. I'm not overly fond of this album. It's not a bad album. Realistically, this album has three major problems going for it. First problem going for it is the mix on the album. Whether it be the EP, which is done as additional tracks, or it be the original main album itself, the mix on it sucks. The bass is pushed way too high. The guitars are way too low. The quality of the recording in general isn't great. Like, it sounds like an Iron Butterfly album from one of their off years. Like, I want to say, like, maybe Metamorphosis or Ball. Metamorphosis, yeah. You know, like a bunch of great rock riffs and everything like that, but the sound of it overall just kind of You know, way too much fuzz, that's for sure, on both the bass and the guitar. That was the first problem, is the mix. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of this. I'm going to put the mix and the sound together. I don't like the vocals on two different levels. The lyrics do basically nothing for me. And where's the vocalist name? Do we not have band member names here? Huh. Okay, so the band is made up of Ray Phillips, Tony Burge, and Burke Shelley. At least that's how it started. I really wish they'd done this better. So Tony wasn't on this album. He was replaced by John Thomas. Sorry, I don't mean to giggle like a child, but you know. I'm not. The three guys that make up this album, the vocals just really are not impressive. Yeah, on any Budgie song I've heard, because I've actually heard the original Crash Course and the original Bread Fan. I've even discussed them. The vocals are not great on them, but at least they got some cool hooks and choruses to a degree. Even then, no, it's mostly the music that drove it. The music on this album is really good. Great rock riffs. I know this is technically supposed to be new wave of British heavy metal, or the beginning of new wave, but this definitely was not metal. This is definitely way more of a rock album. Alright, songs on the album are Forearm Smash, which lyrically is just ridiculous. And the vocals suck, the lyrics suck. And I never did get to that third problem, I guess. And that third problem being that there just was no single on this album. That like nothing stood out as an absolute true blues single. Forearm Smash opens the album. I thought it was horrible. Like, lyrically anyway. Music is good, decent enough. Hellbender, I don't really... It wasn't bad, I guess. It was okay. Heavy Revolution, I barely even noticed as it was going through. Gunslinger, I kind of popped my head up a little bit. Power Supply, I kind of popped my head up a little bit. Secrets in My Head, Time to Remember, and Crime Against the World. That was probably the most standout song on the album as far as pop sensibility might have gone. It was okay, though. Wildfire, and High School Girls, and Panzer Division Destroyed, and Lies of Jim, the E-Type Lover. You know, like, just the titles of the songs alone, you know. Wildfire, that should have been more than it was when you hear a song title like that. High School Girls... It's not even that he's singing about high school girls that I have the issue with. I mean, we're talking 1980, no big deal, as far as I'm concerned. The bigger deal would be the fact that it's just not that impressive of a song lyrically. Like, the stuff in the lyrics for the song High School Girls, it's lame even. Like, if you took Christine 16, She's Only 17, you know, like all those songs that are always about underage girls or whatever, you know, and they've always got that kind of either overt, straight out sexuality or that tongue-in-cheek kind of playfulness or whatnot. This doesn't even have that. This is just kind of weird, creepy a little. I don't know, I'm not sure. And not creepy as in, you know, older guy, high school girl kind of creepy. More like, you know, creeper kind of creepy. You know, guy that goes exclusively for the high school girls kind of thing, you know, just, yeah. And the rest of it just really does nothing for me. Like, I am surprised that Budgie ever got big enough to get on the radar at all based on this type of stuff. If you're a Budgie fan and you really like this album, like I said, musically, I can understand why. If you ripped all the lyrics off this album, replaced the lyrics, put in a new set of vocals on it, this could be a really good album, aside from the horrible sound and the bad mix. You would have thought they would have even fixed that during, you know, the remaster, but no. Would I recommend this album to anybody? No. Really, I wouldn't. It'd be a horrible spot to start. It was. Power Supply, and I don't even remember what the other Budgie album I had was. That's how little. Oh, Night Flight. Okay. Power Supply, which came out in 80, and Night Flight, which came out in 81. I have had these albums. Okay, so this has a 96 date on the back of it. I've had these albums probably since 90. If not 96, it would have been like 97 I would have picked them up. I don't remember if I picked it up my last year of high school or my first year of college. I want to say my first year of college. I was going downtown and hitting the downtown music store Dr. Disc a lot more at those times, and I know this came from Dr. Disc. I remember when I bought it, I was all excited. I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to get home. This is going to be great. No. You know, it's really sad, too, because, you know, I've picked up Anti-Nowhere League. I bought that Greatest Hits album. That was fun. I picked up Diamond Head Lightning to the Nations, which I thought was a fantastic album. You know, like there's other Motorhead, obviously. You know, I picked up Motorhead. You know, there's a lot of bands that Metallica's covered that I got into. Nick Cave, even if you want to go into the weird side, I got Nick Cave. You know, with Metallica as well. Thoroughly enjoyed Nick Cave. Budgie so far is the one band that I feel has really kind of let me down from the stuff I got into with Metallica, and it really is a shame. The drumming on here is really good. the bass work on here is really, really good. The guitars, they're kind of basic. Like the drumming isn't anything exceptional either. Realistically, the bass is really where a lot of it is on this album. And I think that's part of the problem. I don't even have the producer notes here, which kind of sucks. So I don't even know who to blame for production and for mixing on this thing, because they really should just be blamed for this. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to leave this one here. I don't know if I'm going to get into any more Budgie or not. I haven't seen any other Budgie albums. I think I've seen one other Budgie album. There's one other Budgie album. I think it's got someone looks maybe like a doctor on the front of it and a Budgie, or no, I'm mixing up albums. There's a Budgie album, I think it has a Budgie right on the front of the cover or something like that. I think that's the only other Budgie album I've seen. And I don't remember that one having any of the songs on it either that I knew. I could be wrong. That was a long time ago. That tells you how rare Budgie is to come across. For good reason. I don't know. That's it. I'm done. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, folks. On your way down there, if you get a like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications, I'd really appreciate it. A couple links worth checking out. Otherwise, folks, peace, love, take care.